Hi everyone, Shonda again. We are on day 2 of my 7-part video series, Intro to the 7 Chakras. So today we're going to be talking about the Sacral Chakra. And before I get into the Sacral Chakra, it's a couple of things that I want to go through, including some questions that were in the inbox instead of underneath, which is fine. I mean, if y'all not comfortable posting questions underneath the video, I'm quite okay with that. Y'all see my smoke, I'm burning me some incense today. I'll explain why later, but I hope my lighting is better. I noticed when I did the video yesterday, I was trying to use the natural light from outside and it was kind of blurry. So hopefully this video is better. I am recording on an iPad. I don't have any fancy equipment, so it is what it is, y'all. So, the questions I had, and I'm gonna just kind of briefly go through this because the sacral chakra, the info I have is kind of elaborate in a way, I guess you can say, and I don't want to take up too much time, but the question was basically about using the crystals, because I know I spoke briefly about using crystals for healing, and about the sage and stuff that I sell. And I guess I posted it and I never really talked about it, so I said, well, I'll use this opportunity to go ahead and discuss that. So first things first, I'm gonna talk about crystals. So we're grown here. I'm assuming everybody who's watching is grown. If you're your child, my page is public. There's nothing I could do about that if somebody's child is watching these videos. But the sacral chakra, we're going to be talking a lot about sex and sexual energy. So if those things make you feel uncomfortable, well, maybe you really need to be watching. It's time to get rid of these taboos and these thoughts what we have surrounding sex, okay? But also with the crystals as well. So I have 2 crystals here right now. This is a smoky quartz, and this is a black tourmaline. My first thing I want to address in regards to crystals is, so people tend to think that dealing with crystals is witchcraft, okay? So we're going to just go ahead and put this out today, all right? So if you think that black tourmaline, a stone, a crystal, is witchcraft, do you think the diamonds that you wear in your ear is witchcraft? Do you think the pearls around your neck is witchcraft? Do you think wearing your birthstone jewelry is witchcraft? Which some birthstones are like garnet. This is a rough garnet, by the way. Sapphire. I think what, April, y'all have diamonds or whatever. My point in saying this is, I mean, people are going to believe what they want to believe. I think that when you believe like that, your mind is very limited. I understand what some people read in the Bible, and please know that I know my Bible as well. But you also have to understand that not only with the Bible was this book written, created or put together 2,000 years ago, or I don't know. I don't keep up with stuff like that goes that far back in remembering exact dates of years. But I'm not about to get into a whole Bible discussion, but I just want to make people aware that not only is the Bible in its entirety, there are several books missing out the Bible. A version of the Bible has been edited to be appealing to certain people during that time. And all I'm gonna say is get on Google, expand your knowledge if you don't believe anything that I'm saying. But the Ethiopian version of the Bible, which is probably virtually impossible to find because I tried to find it, is one of the first Bibles ever written, and it supposedly has all of the books in there. There's a movie you could watch if you want to know the truth about what happened with a lot of scriptures and scrolls and things like that. But I just want to say that before I jump into this, because I don't want to start talking about crystals and you're looking with that same mindset, oh, she must be a witch. I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, now that I said that, with crystals, crystals carry a energy. Everything is energy. We're talking about the chakras, the energetic body, crystals, all objects in this world, whether it's plants, it's humans, it's animals, they all carry energy. And they all carry a certain vibration. And I'm not going to get deep into that because that's like a whole nother thing to talk about the vibration and energy of things. But black tourmaline and smoky quartz both carry the energy to like block negative energy. And the thing about it is that it blocks negative energy. Like if somebody may come around you, they won't come around you, but it's not that it could work like that. And I have a story, but I'm not going to tell it here. But what it does is the vibration and the frequency that it emits, if you carry this, if you have it in your energetic field, is it's going to keep negativity away from you. It's going to bounce it off of you, okay? It's going to just repel it, basically. Same thing with the smoky quartz. This is not a crystal class, so I can't get so deep into it, but you are free to inbox me about particular questions about crystals. But please know that just like you believe in the power of anything else, you know, and things that may seem far-fetched and you tend to believe in them, I don't see why it's impossible to believe that elements from the earth, Mother Gaia, the planet, cannot have healing effects. Why some things can be healing and other things cannot, and people can't wrap their mind around it. I'm not being a judgmental person in saying that, but I'm just saying, you know, your mind needs to be open to all things if you're watching this video, is my point. So, and then there's also Palo Santo and sage. Oh, and by the way, I sell crystals if you're interested. But this is sage and this is Palo Santo. So sage, Native Americans, this is old Native American tradition, practice, was used to dispel negative energy, okay? So this is not some hocus pocus BS that some people may think it is. This is actually a real thing that was practiced by the Native Americans. And if you're in the United States, I don't care what color you are, it's a pretty good chance that somewhere down the line you may have Native American in your blood. So your ancestors, okay? This is to cleanse the negative energy. This, thanks to one of my very smart friends, told me, he said that this is what brings the positive vibes in. And I would have to agree with this because when my son was dealing with anxiety last year, we did the holistic approach and he does not deal with anxiety anymore. He is very in control of that. I'm proud of him. We talk about it daily, as well as he really practices self-mastery. We work on that together. And so we would use the Palo Santo. He would really use this when he felt anxiety attacks coming on. So these are the two things that I sell as well. This, DM to order, because website needs some kind of shifting going on. But the crystals are on my website. Okay, so, and what was the other thing? Oh, why balance the chakras? So you want to balance your chakras because when you have life force energy flowing through all of your chakras, you are usually in a beautiful frame of mind, a great frame of mind. You are in a moment of bliss. And in these moments, when you feel like there is nothing in my way, this is when you can manifest the best. Okay, this is when you can truly bring things to you in these moments. So that's why it's important. And plus, you just want to be healthy. You know, when you are in control of yourself emotionally, you're not letting these physical manifestations occur in your body. So I just wanted to touch on that before I go any further because, you know, I feel like it's a new set of people along with the old set of people that's watching these videos. And I'm sure that there are some sitting up there with a stank face about what I'm saying because I know how it goes. And I just wanted to clarify. And I mean, again, like I said in the other video, if you don't agree with anything that I'm teaching, you don't have to watch what I'm saying. But for those who are getting something from this, please know I truly, truly appreciate y'all. I do feel like I have a purpose when I have people who understand, or at least is trying to understand where I'm coming from. I got these bracelets too, y'all. I'm gonna be advertising them all week. Yes, I'm a one-woman show, so I shamelessly promote myself any and everywhere that I can. So I had to put that out there about the things that I sell, but that can always help you. Those crystals, by the way, they are good for your root chakra, because not only do they dispel negative energy, but they carry a strong vibration of earth energy, so they help with grounding you. Both of these help with grounding you. Remember we talked about grounding yesterday with walking through the grass and things like that. Woo! So can we just talk chit chat for a second before I move in? I have been having a very, I don't know what to say, type of morning. But so I burnt me my sage first to kind of clear the energy, and I burnt my Palo Santo to kind of bring it in, and now I'm burning good karma incense. It's just, I noticed that when I do these videos that, you know, I ask God to put on my heart what it is I need to say, but in doing that, I find that I also go through these energy shifts where I have to walk my talk, and it happened with those karma videos, and I feel like it's happening with these videos as well. So I'm here, and I'm trying to be all the way here. So y'all forgive my whatever that may comes out in this video, but I'm trying to keep it good for y'all. Okay, I'm a human. Okay, yes, I do work on balancing my chakras, but don't think once your chakras are aligned and balanced and cleansed and all that wonderful things that you don't go back and forth with dealing with issues. We're human, so that's common for, even though you're balanced, that your root might get thrown out of whack, or your throat may get thrown out of whack, or throat chakras. Okay, so that's common. So that's why it's important to work on yourself daily. Okay, because you don't want things to get out of hand to a point that you're flipping out on the entire world. Okay, self-mastery is the key. Okay, here we go. So I'm jumping into sacral right now, and what the sacral chakra is. So the sacral chakra is all about being creative, but it's also tied to physical survival. So the root chakra and the sacral chakra are closely related, and you know, like I said, the root is by your spine, but the sacral is below your belly button. So they're close to each other, and they're kind of tied to each other when it comes to like your sexuality, as well as survival. And like with the sacral chakra, physical survival such as sex, power, money. Okay, so your sacral is tied to money as well. I'm going to focus mainly on the sexual aspect of your sacral chakra, because imbalances, they do affect us physically in that manner. Meaning women, it could affect your reproductive, your menstrual. Men, as far as being impotent, low sex drive, things like that. Because the sexual energy, it when it's flowing, you're able to be creative, and when it's blocked, it blocks that creativity, so you're not really creative. And if you're not in the mood to create, of course you're not in the mood to really focus on, I guess, being intimate and being, you know, free in that aspect of it. And I know I say a lot because somebody around here, she say a lot. I know. But anyway. So the root was tied to earth energy. Your sacral is tied to water energy. And if you think about water, you could think connected to emotions. So you'll see how your sacral chakra is connected to your emotional states. All right. It's all about emotion, passion, feelings, imagination, which are the physical manifestations could be, or even you could say emotional, to blame, putting blame on yourself all the time about things. Are you blaming yourself, finding fault in yourself, carrying guilt, issues with power and control, and relationship issues as well, tied to the sacral. An overactive sacral chakra would present itself through like addiction, overindulgence, because it's about pleasure. And if you want too much pleasure, start to overindulge. And this doesn't just mean sexually. It could mean like through food, through behaviors, through risky behaviors, things like that. Obesity, hormone imbalance, and being ruled by emotions. Again, because of the water elements that the sacral chakra carries. So your emotions, not being able to control them well, having issues with controlling anger and other types of emotions, is tied to your sacral chakra. Bullying, being abusive and controlling. So these type of people, these type of behaviors, definitely some sacral chakra imbalances going on. Underactive is depression. And like I told y'all yesterday, because the root chakra was tied to depression, your lower chakras, and we're going to talk about solar plexus tomorrow, really have a connection to depression, to a depressive state. So if you are dealing with depression, it may have a lot to do with imbalances in your lower three chakras. And if you have imbalances in the lower three, I'm pretty sure you got some imbalances going on in the upper. So that's why I told you have to start at the root, fix your foundation, and then you move up. Impotence in men, decreased sex drive, lack of passion, lack of creativity, and feeling unloved, or imbalances that reflect. Now, and illnesses, all of that's kind of together, but back pain, sciatic pain, gynecological issues, sexual potency, and urinary system issues. So anything down here in the lower that's tied together, your reproductive is tied to your urinary as well as your digestive system. So in any type of issues going on with that is sacral chakra related. And I feel that the biggest thing with sacral chakra when trying to heal it, and I'm going to tell you some things to heal it, but it has a lot to do with dealing with sexual trauma. This is my experience. I don't know anybody else who teaches on the chakras. They may say that I'm wrong. I don't know, but this is me. But I feel like when I do consults, the biggest thing with people needing to heal sacral chakra is because of sexual trauma, whether that be rape, child molestation, or even just the disrespect how some people can be for other people's bodies. And that's where the blame and the guilt can come in. And I find that when you are working on your lower chakras, you have to, when I tell people to go within, it's going within and really going back and dealing with those inner child issues, childhood issues, because our foundation comes from, being a child and that first experience of feeling secure and stable. And if we don't have that in the beginning, then naturally growing up, we will struggle with that. Same thing with the sacral chakra. If you experienced any type of sexual trauma that has never been properly addressed, and a lot of times it's not properly addressed, it's usually swept under the rug, or a person is made to feel like you're lying, or if you tell the truth, you're a liar, and this and that. And I'm going to say, if you have experienced any sexual trauma, first of all, it's not your fault. Stop holding on to that guilt, because it's not your fault. And to truly heal, you're gonna have to work through that. You really are. It's not pretty. See, people think spiritual awakenings and healing is a beautiful, glorious, let me meditate. No. It can be very hard. It can be difficult. It can be very emotional, but it has to be done if you want to thrive in your life. Healing is so important. So I really wanted to say that in regards to healing. I don't think people realize how important it is that you must heal from these things. We have to stop sweeping stuff under the rug and pretending like things didn't happen. And it's gonna get ugly when you start to dig stuff up. But running from it is giving it power. And you need to get to a point in your life where nothing has power over your life, and that you don't give authority to, or that you no longer want to allow. And when we choose not to deal with our issues, it still holds some form of power over us. So it's time to take your power back, is my point. Okay? Ways you could balance your sacral is to give up toxic relationships, especially from a sexual aspect of it. Now, I always say everything is energy, and this is very true. So, if you're in a toxic relationship and you are being intimate with this person, you're exchanging energy each time you're intimate. They're leaving that energy imprint in you, and if you're the toxic one, you're leaving it in them. So you see how build up relationship after relationship, or encounter after encounter of being with toxic energy is going to start to affect your own vibration and what it is that you're emitting. Like some people say, why do I keep attracting these type of people in my life? Well, what is the vibration you're emitting? What is the frequency, I should say, that you are emitting off of you? And not, again, this is no blame game, but this is, if you are not properly healing, you are emitting the frequency of what it is you're trapped in at times. So there could be a reason why you find yourself always in some really crappy relationships, because you have to decide and you have to take your power back and say what it is you deserve. You have to know what you deserve, and you have to believe that you deserve better. I don't care who you are. Nobody deserves to suffer. You know, I don't. Well, let me take that back, because some people do some horrible stuff, and that has to do with their karma. But I'm saying, if you, for the most part, are a person who's good and you're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to live life, you don't deserve to be controlled by things that aren't your fault. You don't deserve to suffer in that aspect. Let me rephrase that, before somebody takes what I said and go completely left field with it. Another way, I'm pushing through this video, y'all. I'm pushing. Another way to balance is balancing your masculine and your feminine energies. And that's a whole nother subject, but get on Google and research what that means. But you can always inbox me. Making love. So your sacral chakra is a lot about your sexual energy. So of course, if you have some really great sex, it's probably going to help get you balanced. Will it align you? No, it won't, because you got to do your inner work. But it may help. Be creative in an artistic way. So get your hands dirty. If you're an artist, or if you like to draw, if you like to write, if you like to sing, whatever, get creative. Do something. Take that energy and put it somewhere and try to get creative. Let's see. Enjoy life. Just enjoy being present. Dance. Moving them hips again. That lower energy. Let's get things moving. I used to love to dance, y'all. Stop criticizing. Just stop criticizing. Stop complaining. Let me tell y'all, when you criticize and you complain and you're negative all the time, you are just in such a low vibration. You have to decide, I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to emit this low vibration. I don't want to keep, try to find a positive in something. Trust me, everything is not as negative as it seems. You can find a positive aspect in something. Look to the bright side of things, You could be like, for example, my car is broken, and I could sit up here all day and be like, my car is bad, You know what? My car is broken, but I'm blessed that when it is time for me to go somewhere, I have a way to get there. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? The more you reprogram your mind to look for a positive in the midst of a negative, your perception about life changes. Oh, let's see. Yoga, again. Yoga is really good, y'all. And if y'all ever want to come to Empower Yoga, which is in Homa with me, let me know. Because, I've been slipping on that aspect anyway, and I want to get back into yoga. Y'all would have to come pick me up, though. Just saying. And being around water, again, because your sacral is tied to water element. So being around water, swimming, going to the ocean, putting your feet in water, these type of things help. Wearing orange, eating orange foods, and essential oils again. Let's see. So I want to talk about this real briefly as well. So I said that it's tied to your sexual organs, your reproductive system, and things like that. So I know y'all probably see me post this, and I never talked about it, but the at-home Yoni steams. And now this is my second product in my Sacral Energy Healing collection, and it's Crampz B Gone. And I also have for the men the detox. The detox isn't on my website, but y'all hit me up if y'all want it, guys. Because healing isn't just for women, okay? Because I noticed that we have all of these healing modalities for women and men. What are y'all doing? Y'all need to be healed too, okay? Y'all gonna have all these women healing and thriving, and y'all still sitting there like, we ain't got time for that, y'all. If we gotta heal, y'all gotta heal. So the Yoni steams are great for reproductive. Now this is natural herbs. I hand blend these myself in small batches, but it's good for like irregular periods. It's good for fibroids. It's good for healing the womb healing. So you want to heal an emotional aspect, but this is a physical, but I also find it very spiritual as well when you do these, the way that I explain to do them anyway. But you kind of make a thing about it, ladies. And not only does it, help heal those parts, like, with the womb healing, but it also tightens and tones the vagina. And it also increases moisture. And it also increases your sex drive. So if you're dealing with sacral chakra blockages, get your Yoni steam from me. I'm saying, shamelessly promoting myself. There's enough in here for 2. And right now, if you order until I run out, I'm also giving away a sample of my Crampz B Gone with it. Whenever you order a steam, and a link is above. And then with the Crampz B Gone is a formula that I have been working on for over a year now. I actually use it, and it's not only just good for cramps, but the blend of herbs, and I make it myself, that I use, it also helps to balance your hormones. And with your sacral chakra, hormonal imbalances is common as well. So I just thought I would throw that in there about these 2 products. Shamelessly promoting myself, okay? That I created. To help with sacral chakra healing, okay? I actually do recommend that to my clients, and I have clients who use them. And yeah, ladies, let me just say, y'all want to know what's up, just get in my inbox and tell you about them Yoni steams, but they're really good for healing. All right, y'all, so whew, I got through the video. It's almost 30 minutes. I didn't want it to be this long, but so the key point I want you to take away with sacral chakra healing is to work on healing from sexual trauma if you have any. Because let me tell y'all how this probably reflects. If you have experienced it, you're going to have issues with sex, with being comfortable with sex. It's going to seem very taboo, or not taboo, but just, some type of uncomfortable feeling discussing sex, dealing with your sexuality. It's going to affect power, because especially with rape victims, you may feel like a sense of loss of power. And that's why I say you take your power back. You take your power back by healing your sacral chakra. If there is, because I know this is like a major one, I find. I used to think it was like the root, and the root is, but the sacral one, the more that I work with people with sacral energy healing, it is so major, because I think that the topic of sexual abuse is not talked about enough like it should be, because there are a lot of people who need to heal from it. A lot of people who have been affected by it and know somebody who's been affected by it, and it's just not talked about. If you don't talk about it, you can't heal from it. I'm going over my page one more time to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Affirmations. So I'm gonna post some affirmations, and I'm gonna do those daily as well. So today I'm gonna post 2 of them because I didn't post the root chakra one. The affirmations are good with reprogramming your thoughts, turn the positive into the negative, basically, with affirmations. And if you find yourself struggling with the root, struggling with the sacral, or any others moving forward, I recommend saying these affirmations. And affirmations do help. I used to be somebody who thought that they were BS. Like, oh my gosh, you're just full of it. I don't see how saying these things can help. Until I was put in a place that I had to use affirmations just to get through moment by moment sometimes. I did. And yes, they do work tremendously. They do. You know, even if it's I am safe, I am secure, I am stable. You know, it's basically what it is. It's the I am. And we're going to talk more about the I am tomorrow because it's like really tied to the solar plexus. But how important it is that when you say I am, the words that follow I am is what defines you. So be mindful of what you're saying about yourself. And that's basically it. I hope this video was informative. I know it was a lot. I feel like I went so fast though. I don't know. Even though it's been 30 minutes, but I feel like I went fast. I feel like and that's the thing, like when I start talking about chakras, I could go hours and hours and hours. But I don't have hours and hours and hours. I know y'all don't have hours and hours and hours. So this is what it is. So drop your questions. If you don't, you can also inbox them as well. And I will go ahead and touch on them tomorrow. Okay? So y'all have a wonderful day.